Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how to take a professional looking photo of your artwork with your phone. Now this is not an option for taking professional photos or high quality photos for, let's say, your website, or if you're applying for a call or exhibition. But if your phone is the minimum tool that you have and you don't have any other lightings or a professional camera or an SLR camera that you could take high quality photos, then you better know how to take professional looking photos of your artwork with your phone. So without any further ado, let's get to it. So before you start taking the picture with your phone, make sure that the lens of your phone, the lens of the camera on your phone is clean. So wipe it off nicely so you don't capture something that you're not planning to capture. The first thing that you want to do for taking pictures, professional looking pictures with your phone, is to use the daylight. Now today is almost a cloudy, rainy day, but still the daylight is much better to use than the light from the lamp. So the next thing that you want to do is to using a white surface, like something like this that I'm using. It can be a piece of paper, or it can be white fabric, but I find a hard surface works the best. A surface that's also matte and it's not glossy, so it would reflect the light back and it would become shiny. And as you see, the surface that I am placing my white surface is also on a light background. So as much as the white you would use is going to help with capturing the right lighting for your photo when you're taking pictures of your paintings. And right now this is the natural light and it's in the afternoon. The daylight can change too depending to the time of the day. On a sunny day, the mornings are the best, but if it's a rainy or cloudy day, the mornings are going to be slightly darker, so you want to wait a little bit until later. But if you cannot use the daylight or the natural lighting, you can use a white light, using a white lamp, for example. But make sure to not use yellow lamp, because the yellow lamp will leave this kind of yellow lighting on your entire artwork, and it will look like there is a filter on top of your painting. So that's how I have set up my artwork, and I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to go to my camera, and I'm going to hold my camera on top of my painting. Show you the picture that I took. So here's the picture that I took. Now what I'm gonna do is go to edit and crop it. Crop all the edges until I can just capture only my landscape painting and not the background and everything that is around it. It's okay if you lose some of the edges. That sometimes happens, but making sure that you don't have any white around it showing up. And if you have difficulty with the lighting, and even though you're using the daylight, it still doesn't seem that you've been able to capture your painting the way that it is actually looking like, you can use lighting here in the settings and just play around with it, just slightly make it lighter. And you can also play with the contrast. Here we go. I think that's a little too much. still capture everything as it was in the painting. And then you can just hit the save button and save your artwork or the picture of your artwork. Okay, let's do another one with a smaller artwork. Okay, so here's a smaller artwork. This artwork has a bit of volume, so the other one was very flat. And the lighting has changed a little bit too. Now the sunshine is out, so you see the difference in how much lighting I am actually capturing. Let's try and take a photo of this artwork. Okay, I'm just gonna hold on top of it. Edit this. Crop it. Now I do notice that this area seems to be a little darker. There's some shadow falling on it, so I go ahead and play around with my light here and just lighten it up slightly. Now it does look like how actually my painting looks like. And I'm just gonna tweak a little bit just with the contrast as well. Perfect. Now exactly how it is looking like. And I can just save it. And you might want to take a couple of pictures from the details of your artwork as well. So getting closer maybe. So you can show the texture of the artwork, or you can also take pictures of the side and the edges of your artwork. It has some width to it. Of the width of it, like this. And then again, you can do the same thing if it needs any adjustments. You can go into your edit and edit the lighting slightly, edit the contrast, and capture it as close as possible to the reality. And then you can just save it. Of course, it does take a bit of practice, but it is much easier to take photos with your phone than with a digital camera sometimes. And if your artwork is a three-dimensional piece, if it's a sculpture, you can do the same thing by creating a white box or finding a spot, a little corner that is white. You can use that for your sculptural pieces. So if you want to take professional looking photos of your artwork, but you don't have access to a studio, a professional studio, having a softbox and a digital camera and all the other professional tools, and all you have is just your phone and the daylight, this is how you can take pictures. Now today we have sun and cloud, we had a bit of rain, so we had all sorts of range of lighting so it's still a good day for taking photos. And as much as possible, try to avoid taking pictures at night. So that's it. This is how you can take professional looking photos of your artwork, particularly your paintings. And if you have larger paintings, something like what I have in the background here, and you cannot fit it by holding your camera on top of it, you can do the same thing by standing in front of the artwork and actually taking a picture just standing in front of it and then cropping it, and again playing with your light and contrast and doing some adjustments. You can also play around with the saturation if it's necessary, if you feel that the colors are completely different than what it is actually looking like in the real life painting that you have in front of you. You can make some adjustments by playing around with those options. And I think that's it. Let me know if you try this and if it helps you, and if there are any better tips and ways to take quick professional looking photos of your paintings. Let me know. I would love to know how else I can enhance my work. Thank you very much for your attention, and goodbye. So, without any further ado,